This conference will now be recorded.
So hi, we are going to today we are going to discuss about what is SAP. So in our session, first we'll discuss about what is SAP. First of all, what is SAP and what is SAP Basis and why SAP Basis only. So because if you take in SAP 200 plus modules are there, but why we need to choose SAP Basis only? So means the advantage for choose SAP Basis. Why SAP Basis only? So why not remaining modules? We'll discuss. And what about the market, SAP Basis market? Roles and responsibilities. And from my side, so what I can provide you. So everything we'll discuss in our session. So before going to session, myself, so this is Surya. So I have 9+ years of experience. So in SAP Basis and SAP Netweaver and SAP Hana admin, that is a 2.0, and SAP S4 HANA. So that is a newly came into the market. S4 HANA 190. This is the latest one. So till now, I have successfully completed 200 plus batches. Classroom batches, online batches, and corporate batches also. So this is my overall experience in SAP. Okay. So before going to what is SAP, what is Basis, I'm going to give you one example. See here. So for example, I want to purchase a car. I want to purchase a Maruti car. So that's why I approach to salesperson who is in the showroom. First, I'm going to approach to salesperson. A salesperson, he approached to inventory management team. So if there are no available cars for deliver, so ready to deliver, so the inventory management team, salespersons, they approach it to inventory management team. So inventory management means these department, these persons having all the information about what about the cars are available in the showroom, and what about like how many cars are available in the warehouse. So what about the finance, and what about the raw material, and what about the plant maintenance, everything they have. So first, so inventory. So sorry, this is inventory management team. So whenever we approach to salesperson, if there are no cars are ready to deliver, immediately the salespersons are approached to inventory management team. The inventory management team, so immediately approach it to raw material team, because there are no sufficient raw material. So that's why material. So if there are no raw material, they approach to finance department because of release the budget. So once the budget is released, the raw material department, they purchase the raw material from vendors, and the raw material is sent to plant. Once the production is started, once the production is completed, means the car is ready. So quality management. Okay, so see here, so these all the departments are, whenever all the departments are coordinated, finally the product is released. See here, so this is a small company. This is a, for example, this is a Maruti company. This is small. So finance department, material management department, plant maintenance department, quality management department, and inventory management department, and sales. So these, whenever these all the departments are coordinated, then only the product is going to be released. Okay, so first we approach to salesperson. So salesperson approach to inventory management team. Inventory management team approach to raw material team. So raw material team approach to finance, because there is no sufficient raw material. So that's why the finance department. So finance department, whenever they release the funds, the raw material team, they purchase the raw material from vendors, and the material is sent to plant. So once the production is completed, so that is going to be for testing purpose, quality department. Once the quality is completed, so the car is ready to deliver. So these, whenever these all the departments are coordinated, finally the product is released. Okay, in the same way in the organization also. So if you take any organization, all the departments, whenever all the departments are coordinated, finally the product is delivered. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about SAP. Just example only, that is, and SAP stands for systems. SAP stands for systems, applications, and products. Systems, applications, and products for data processing. For data processing purpose, we should use systems, applications, and products. So system means operating systems, and applications means SAP product applications, and SAP products. So whenever we are using these three, then only the product is going to be, the data is going to be processed. So this is systems, applications, and products. So that is called as SAP only. So we should call as SAP, not SAP, because that's a company name. So we should call as SAP only. So next to basis. So basis stands for business application software integration system. Business application software integration system. Business application software for integration. So this is a, so SAP is a purely business software. So in SAP, so we are working as a basis consultant for integration. Integration. What is the meaning of integration? See here. Just now we discussed no? One example. Same example. Whenever we apply to organization, see here. This is some XYZ company. So we need finance department and we need sales department and we need marketing department and we need quality management department and we need plant maintenance department and HR department. So for survive one small company, these are the minimum departments. If the company is a manufacturing company, these are the minimum departments for surviving. Okay, but the thing is, whenever we install SAP application software, for example, SAP ERP, whenever we install SAP ERP, the modules are created, okay, like a SD module, like a HR module, plan, PM module, and the quality management module, QM, and a finance module, FICO. The modules are created, okay, but there is no integration. Means there is no possibility for sharing the data in between the departments. For example, here in finance department, so the data is there. They want to connect it to sales department, but there is no integration. So because whenever we install SAP, the modules are created, but there is no integration. The integration is done by the basis consultant only. So in between the modules, in between the departments, sales to marketing, sales department to marketing department to HR department to plant management department. So all the departments are connected each other. So this is done by, this is nothing but integration. So this is nothing but integration. This integration is done by the basis consultant. So that is the main. Okay. So this is, so now go to SAP. So SAP, already we discussed, SAP stands for systems, applications and products for data processing. So at the same time, Basis also business application software integration system. What is integration? Just now we discussed now. So whenever we install SAP application, the modules are created, but there is no integration between the departments. So as a Basis consultant, we need to connect it to each, like you need to connect it to all the modules. Okay. So now in 1972, in 1972, 5 ex-employees of IBM people. 5 ex-employees of IBM people have started SAP in German. So SAP is from German country. So first, after they started the company in 1972, first they developed a language, that is ABAP language. So this is a one and only programming language in entire SAP. So ABAP is the first module of SAP company. So ABAP is this is advanced programming language. See here, ABAP stands for Advanced Business Application Program. So advanced application program this is. So ABAP is developed from C++ and COBOL. So by using these two languages, ABAP is developed. And what are the modules nowadays? So ABAP Basis, Security, SD, MM, QM, FICO, all the modules are developed from this module only because this is the one and only programming language, one and only programming module in SAP. Okay, ABAP is developed from C++ and COBOL. So this is one and only programming language in entire SAP. And the second module is FICO, second module of SAP. It means actually one of the company in German, they approach to SAP people for developed like a finance related software. So one of the company, Germany is very famous for steel and resist company. So one of the company in German, they approached to SAP people for develop the finance related software. They developed, FICO is developed, and that is very famous. So FICO is very famous. So that's why what happened here. So the company which is gave the order for FICO, that same company they give the order for remaining other departments also. Like if you take any organization, sales department is there, and marketing material management department is there, and plant maintenance department is there, quality maintenance department, HR department. So for all these departments, so they give the order for develop the software. So because of FICO is very popular, that's why the same company they give the order. So whenever FICO is very popular, they developed the modules are like SD, MM, PM, QM, and HR like this. So these modules are rich set of modules in SAP. So these modules are called as a rich set of modules. Because of these are the core modules. If you take any organization, these are the main important modules. So, but above basis is mandatory. So after above basis, these are the modules are very important if you take any organization. So nowadays in SAP 200 plus modules, 200 plus modules are there. So combination of technical, functional, techno-function modules, 200 plus modules are there. So if you take in the market, we have different operating systems are there in the market. So different operating systems also are there. The same with different databases also there. In the same with different ERP companies. So sorry, before going to ERP, before going to this one, so we need to discuss about ERP. And what is ERP? So next one, ERP. So ERP, almost all people they know what is ERP. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. So enterprise means the organization how to plan the existing resources. That is the meaning of ERP, enterprise. means company. Resources means available departments. Planning. So that is the company available departments planning. So that is nothing but ERP, enterprise resources planning. So we started a company. Just we discuss on company. The company having a finance department, a sales department, a raw material department, and like so quality maintenance department, plant department, HR department. So for the company need to survive, they need a software. They need a ERP software. Okay, so that is ERP, enterprise resource planning. So by using this ERP, the organization, any organization, they can easy to survive. Okay, so not only SAP, so some other companies also develop ERP, but the thing is 72% of the market is occupied by SAP only in ERP. I'm talking about ERP only. So in ERP, 72% of the market is occupied by SAP only. The remaining 28% shared by some other companies in the market. Those are SAP competitor companies. So nowadays, the market different operating systems are there, and different databases also there. In the same way, different ERP companies. So some of the operating systems are Windows, Linux, AIX, Mac OS, Solaris, like this. These are the some of the operating systems are available in the market. The same way, databases, Oracle database, DB2, DBA, MySQL, MaxDB, and Sybase. In the same way, just now we discussed now, not only SAP, some other companies also introduced ERP. But the thing is, 72% of the market is occupied by SAP only. So ERP companies, ERP, SAP competitors are Oracle, ERP, PeopleSoft, ERP, Microsoft, ERP, JD Edwards, and done. So these are the some of ERP companies, not all companies. So some of the ERP companies. So especially SAP ERP competitors. So Oracle ERP, PeopleSoft ERP, Microsoft ERP, JD Edwards, and done. But the thing is, SAP, why SAP ERP is very popular? Because of the lot of modules also, the lot of modules, 200 plus modules in SAP. At the same time, integration between all the departments and user-friendly application. So all the advantages in SAP, and one and only SAP login pad. So SAP login pad is there. From that, from by using SAP login pad only, we can able to log into SAP. So SD people, MM, PM, QM, any apart from SAP, all the modules, so they can all like one universal login pad is there. There is no separate login pad for basis. There is no separate login pad for security. There is no separate login pad for SD, like MM, FICO, ABAP, HR. Only one login pad for all modules. That is one of the important, uh, one of the main advantages. Okay, so actually, whenever uh, we know, whenever we see this Oracle is very famous for database side only, not ERP side. And if you take PeopleSoft is very famous for HR department only, not all the departments. So HR is one of the department. And what about the remaining departments? But if you take SAP, not only HR department, all department, administration department, finance department, marketing department, all the departments are provided. So that's why SAP ERP is very popular. So these are the some of the ERP companies. Now, for example, if you take PeopleSoft, sorry, not PeopleSoft, there is a Tally, I think, yes. So Tally is very famous for accounts purpose only. So that is not useful for any other department. So that is not useful for HR department. That is not useful for sales department. That is not useful for quality department. That is only for accounts department only. But that is called as ERP. Okay. So because of SAP having a lot of modules, all modules are integrated at the same time, user-friendly application at the same time, only one login pad for all modules. So many advantages are there. So just now we discussed SAP having 200 plus modules. So these 200 modules are classified into three categories. The SAP 200 modules are classified into three categories. So these are technical modules, functional modules, and tech functional or techno functional. Tech functional or techno functional modules. ABAP, Basis, Security, and if you take functional modules are like SD, FICO, HR, MM, PM, like this. And if you take techno-functional modules, BI, BO, BODS, Business Object Data Searches, and HANA. So these are the tech functional modules. But the thing is, if we want to learn functional modules, techno-functional modules, compulsory we need domain knowledge. Compulsory we need. Compulsory we need domain knowledge. So domain knowledge means if we want to learn SAP SD, our background should be MBA marketing. So MBA marketing background people are eligible for learn SAP SD sales and distribution. In the same way, FICO, MBA finance or BCom or MCom. So these background people are eligible for learn SAP FICO finance and controlling. And HR, MBA HR background people. At least 1 year experience in HR activities and payrolls, and so they need to run on payrolls like this. So HR activities, at least 1 year experience. And if you take BTech, civil people are eligible for learn SAP and PM, plant maintenance, BTech mechanical background people. Okay. In the same way here also, if you want to learn BI, BO, BODS, compulsory SQL. SQL is mandatory. Whenever we have SQL experience, then only we can able to learn BI, BO, BODS. Because so in BI server, who are working in BI server, they need to fetch the data from ECC server only. So if you want to fetch the ECC server, we need some SQL statements. Okay, so that's why we need SQL if you want to learn BI, BO, BODS. And if you take HANA, so I think you know HANA two types: HANA administration and development. So HANA administration for basis, HANA development for BIBO. Basis background, people are eligible to learn SAP HANA admin, and this is for BI and BO. Okay, and here also, so if you want to learn ABAP, so this is already we discussed. See, by using C++ COBOL, ABAP language was developed. Okay, so that's why we need C++ COBOL. But the thing is, if we want to learn basis and security, no need any domain knowledge. And no need any educational background. So that is at the same time, security actually nowadays, if you take security is a separate module nowadays, because up to 2006, security is the part of basis because of heavy work burden on basis consultant for reduce the work burden on basis consultant. In 2006, SAP management team, they decided they divided SAP security module from SAP basis. But the thing is, what happened in the market, level 5 companies only they maintain separate department for security. But startup companies, level 3 companies are, they don't have separate departments for security. So who are already working on basis, they need to take care about the security activities also. So that's why, so in our session, security activities also we will cover. Okay. So this is. So if we want to learn SAP basis, no pre-requirements. So no pre-requirement for learn SAP basis here. No coding. There is no coding. And here, no drag and drops. And no statements. So in our entire career, we are using as a SAP basis consultant. So we will use SAP predefined transaction codes. So these that is called as T codes. So those already predefined. So here you can observe here. So this is not a Java. So there is no coding. So this is not a .NET. So in .NET drag and drops are drag and drops there. So this is not a .NET. So no drag and drops. This is not a database. So we should not use any SQL statements. So here, as a basis consultant, so you can use some predefined SAP predefined transaction codes. So as a basis consultant, we have in SAP Basis 45 transaction codes are there. But the thing is here, for example, you got a job on 2 years experience, means 2+ years of experience in SAP Basis. So here in this scenario, based on the organization requirement, they initially they provide 5 or 6 transaction codes only, not the entire 45 transaction codes, because so you have only 2 years experience, so you are not a senior in SAP Basis. Okay, so that's why initially they provide only 5 or 6 transaction codes based on the like project requirement. Based on your experience, the transaction codes are going to be extended, one by one transaction codes are going to be added in our role. Okay, but initial stage 5 or 6 transaction codes only. Okay, so this is okay. And here what is transaction codes here? So what is the meaning of exact transaction code? See here, for example, if I want to check my mobile balance, if I want to check my mobile balance, just in my mobile screen, I'm going to enter this code, USSD code. This is called as USSD code, which is predefined by the mobile network. If you want to check your mobile balance, no need to ask to customer care, no need to ask to your family members. Just open your mobile. So in the screen, just you can type *123#. After some time, you will get the details. So this is your mobile balance. This is your expiry date. Like all this information we will get. So in our mobile screen. Okay. So this is called as USSD code. So whenever any person he asks what is abbreviation for *123, so there is no meaning for *123. There is a predefined code only. In the same way, in SAP Basis, for example, SU01 is the T code. So this is one of the transaction code in SAP Basis. So this is called as transaction code, T codes, T code. This is called as T code. So whenever we entered SU01, after some time, we will get a window for create the users or for delete the user, for reset the password for the user, like this. So see here. So once we log into SAP, this is SAP first screen. Once we log into SAP, this is the first screen. So whenever we enter the T code here, we need to enter the T code SU01. This is a window. See here. So this is a window we will get. So in this window, what we can do in this window, we'll discuss in our regular sessions. Okay. So whenever we entered SU01, the transaction code is going to be executed. Finally, the window is opened. Okay. That is. So that type of transaction codes. So in SAP Basis, we are using only transaction code, predefined transaction, predefined. So that is the main advantage. So for example, if you attend any Java class or .NET class, the faculties explain some example programs only. But the thing is, what are the example programs they explain? Those are not useful in real-time career. Those are reference purpose only. They explain for initial career, only for reference purpose. But here, what are the transaction codes? Just now we discussed SU01. That is not an example transaction code. That is real-time transaction code. So in real time also same transaction code. So in real time also 45 transaction codes are there. So those are not example program. So what are the transaction codes we discussed in our classes, in our sessions? So same transaction codes you can use in real time also. That is the main advantage in SAP. There is no example word in entire SAP Basis. The transaction code is real. The window what we just now we opened, that is also a real time. So what the window we are using in real time, same window you can use here. No like there is no difference between real time and here also. The thing is, this is our this is a classroom only. That is real time. That is the only difference. Okay, so that is. And if you take market, what about the market in market about SAP basis? So here, if the organization, if you take any organization, they started a company with only one module, that is sales and distribution, SD module, only SD module. The organization is the main intention of the organization is sales and distribution. If the company they want to start a department, say sales and distribution, first they need ABAP and basis. Without ABAP basis, so the organization will not be started in SAP, because as a basis consultant, first we need to create, we need to install the SAP software. So without SAP, how they started the company? So basis is mandatory for every organization. Basis is mandatory. So because they need to handle, they need to install the SAP application softwares. Developers are customizing. So SAP application is customizing. Like for example, whenever we purchase a mobile, at the time of purchase the mobile having some default ringtone, default some default wallpaper background. So after we purchase the mobile, based on our requirement, we can change background and like wallpaper at the same time ringtone also. It means the mobile is customizable based on our requirement. We can change in the same way SAP application also. Once we install the SAP application, based on our organization requirement, we can able to customize SAP application. So that customizing is done by the developers. As a basis consultant, installations, administration works. So these are activities as a basis consultant we need to perform. And roles and responsibilities, just now we discussed. So that's why without the basis, the organization will not be surveyed. That is the main, that is the importance of SAP. Okay, even the organization having only one department or 100 departments, SAP basis is mandatory. And if you take roles and responsibilities, as a basis consultant, the roles and responsibilities are like installations, SAP application softwares, installations. So now SAP in the market, latest version is SAP ERP, that is ECC. ERP, ECC both are same. 6.0 with EHP 8 also there in the market. That is the version actually. And installations next, administrations, there is a client administrations and user administration. So any new person come into our organization, we need to give the authorizations. User, that is user administration, and upgradations. Every 6 months, so SAP release some patches for enhance the application, for improve the SAP application performance. They release some patches. We need to apply the patches. Whenever we apply the patches, our SAP application also up to date. Okay, so upgradations and backups, restores. So with the help of database team, we need to take the backup, restores, recovery also. So these are the some of roles and responsibilities as a basis consultant. Okay, and from my side, so daily session. So what we discuss the session, that the session is going to be recorded. And I will take one concept per day, one concept only. I'm not include two concepts or three concepts in one class. I will take one session for one class only. So if the concept it takes 40 minutes or 10 minutes or 50 minutes or 1.5 hour, whatever it may be, I will take the entire session. Okay. So once the session is completed, So you can ask the doubts. So once the doubts are clarified, then only we can move to our next session. Okay. So 1 to 1.5 hours. And my side, I prepare a soft copy. So what are the what is the sequence? So we discuss in our SAP Basis session. So I will provide the soft copy, and I will prepare a resume. Some persons they need a resume. I'll prepare a resume, and after prepare the resume, I explain the resume. So means what are the points we mentioned in the resume, and mock interviews. So whenever we conducting mock interviews, I can able to understood how you follow the concepts. So that's what I'll take some mock interviews also. So what are the interview questions are asking? So nowadays in the market. So I will explain you so all the interview questions. At the same time, I will conduct some mock interviews also. I want to check your subject. That's what. Okay. So this is from my side. But what I have the experience in my entire career, 9+ years of experience. Definitely, I'm hoping. Definitely, my experience is definitely useful for your career.